from Austria, Richard the Lionheart of England, was captured and held here in Austria. He was held prisoner by Leopold, the Duke of Austria, who accused him of at least plotting the murder of Conrad of Montferrat. Now, he was soon handed over to Henry the Lion, the Holy Roman Emperor, and both were excommunicated because of their actions of capturing a crusading king. But they held him until a very large ransom was paid. Now, the ransom was about £100,000 of silver, which was about 2 or 3 years of the annual income of all of England. Now, the English, of course, had to raise taxes to pay this ransom, and it's believed that this ransom is where you get the terms king's ransom from. But more importantly, here in Austria, the large amount of money allowed the government to build some great buildings and institutions because of it. To start off, here in Vienna, you've got the Ring Road. It's one of the main roads here in Vienna, and it was more or less where the city walls used to be. The city walls were demolished in the 19th century, but were initially built after this ransom was paid. Of course, later fortifications were added over the centuries, but this is the same city walls that helped keep out the Turkish invasions in the 16th and 17th century. Plus, before the ransom was paid, Austria really didn't produce its own money, but with the hordes of silver arriving in Vienna, Leopold V decided to create his own mint, and this mint sort of survives today in one form or another, although it's moved about a bit. However, for a long time, this mint was responsible for producing Austrian shillings and still produces Austrian euro coins today. Finally, there's Wiener Neustadt. Now, this is today a town in Austria, but initially it was a huge fortress built on the Hungarian border thanks to the money paid by this ransom. But more importantly, this town is where Maria Theresa in later centuries built potentially the world's first ever military academy. So this military academy, as well as the entire town, owes its existence to the ransom paid by the English. Now, this is just a small sampling of the stuff the Austrians were able to build with the ransom money, but I'm sure you can see it is a pretty big deal, and I don't think many people know about it.